Yep, this is what you do when you need parts for your car. You just buy a parts car. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yep. The guy just dropped it off. I mean, it's Civic, in case if you didn't know. So yes, I thought the cheaper way for me to buy parts for the car is just simply buy a donor car. This has seen better days, 100%. I mean, it's there, and allegedly, it still runs and drive. Granted, it needs a bit of a work. Well, a bit. That's a bit underrated. As you can clearly see, it used to be white, but somebody has painted it black, and the black is questionable at best. Now, why did we buy it? Well, if you look over here, this is exactly the airbag that we need. So we've got that sorted and going for us. In terms of whatever inside, I don't think I need anything. Whoa! Does this work? Is this even a cup holder? Please? No, it's not a cup holder. Huh, that's a bit funny. Yeah. Why do I get the feel that it is? No, I don't know. Alright, there is radio over here. There's another radio at the back. There is a fan at the back. I don't know why. Actually, I do. I'm about to show you. Let's just see. Can we even open this one? Is it even attached? I don't know. Let's see if it opens up. Hey! Yep. Well, as you can see, there's a radiator, which we definitely need. Engine seems to be working, looking intact. There is also this condenser, which we also need. Hood, we don't need it because we've already bought a brand new one. There is no battery, so there's that going for us as well. Headlights, we don't need them, we already bought them. You've got the bracket over here, which we need. Headlights bracket, crash bar, we definitely need those. And also, we definitely need this one because ours is broken. So looking all in all, those prices, they do add up. And even the power steering pump, well, there it is. So we definitely need it, and it's right over there. Again, you see, this is exactly what I'm saying. Having all these parts in here makes it easier for us to pick whatever we need out of it and basically replace them. In terms of the inside, seen better days. It's still working, in theory. Is it? Can I? Hello? Yeah, it does. Well, there you go. It does open. There is some stuff. There's a spare. There's some weird things. At the back. Let's not dwell into it or look into it. Let's just simply ignore the fact that there are some stuff over here that we don't even know. And it comes with a plate, so fancy. Ouch. Alright, so this is the car that we're going to take some parts off. And surprise, surprise, that's a blinker. In okay shape. Do we have the other one? Oh, yeah, right in front of me. There you go. So we've got blinkers, glove box with some tools. Hey, finders keepers. So that's mine. Not bad. What happened here? I don't know. I'm literally lost for words. Interior is not the best, but it's there. So this one has seen better days, definitely. But all in all, God, it stinks. We definitely need this one. I'm not gonna dwell into removing items just yet, but at least to know that you have them, it's actually pretty good. Anywho's, let's button things up. Let's get back into the car because we've got quite a lot of things to do. We're not gonna dismantle anything just yet. Just for the record, we are not. I don't see the point in doing it just yet, simply because I might actually remove this one. Does this one fit our? I don't know. Removing it shouldn't be hard. See? 1, 2, 3. Remove those 3 bolts and you should be able to remove it. So I'm thinking to remove it just for the sake of it. I want to test, does it work on mine? If it works, then hallelujah. Sure. Random things. But they're there. Hey, the headlights are there. I mean, come on. Even the bumper. Although I don't need it. This one has seen better days for sure. Anyways, let's wrap up from here and just get inside the garage because most of our work in the garage. This is a lifesaver. Duplicolor, trim and bumper paint. The black one. This is our cowl. Check it out. Cleaned it and painted. It's actually beautiful. Oh, by the way, big shout out to one of my friends, Sunil. If you're watching this one, I take my hat off for you. He came over the weekend and he just simply said, bro, just use me. Just use me. Let me help you. He removed the fender liners for both wheels and he actually helped me remove the side skirts. Side skirts removal was super easy. You got clips at the bottom, you remove them. Once you remove those clips at the bottom, then hold the side skirt and push it forward just a bit. Once you push it forward, it gets out of its clips and you should be able to get it out. There you go. It gets out of those clips. So we did not break a single clip. And I'm happy to report, looking at the side skirt, all in all, 0 rust. It was just dirty, but not rusty. This body has a lot of patina. I'm really happy with that. So we got both side skirts removed. We've got the fender liner removed. We still got quite a lot of things that we need to remove. And yeah, speaking of which, this is our airbox. And see how broken the tab? That's why I told you that one can replace it. This is our radiator. And see how it's broken here and missing a cap? That one has it. What else? Condenser. I mean, you can see what's happening, right? Plus it's started to leak, so I kind of need to work a bit fast. So our aim of the game, I managed to remove the cowl because the car is going to go to repair. So it's going to go to a professional repair shop. It's booked 3rd November. So I don't know what time this video is going to be out, but I was thinking to get as much work as I can out of this car, remove whatever parts that I need to remove, just so that I can work on it whilst the car is in the repair. The aim for them is to repair the frame, which basically means I need to clear as much clutter as I can. Keep in mind, the price will depend on how much work they need to do. So the lesser work I give them, remove items, the more time they have, fix the frame and focus on that. So if they just fix the frame, get it over and done with, then the price will be just based on that. But if they've got some parts to remove, that adds to the bill. We don't want that. From this one, we need to remove everything that we have that we might need. Like say, for example, this one. This bracket holds the reservoir, so if I can remove this one and that one. I might drain the cooler and remove the radiator out of it just so that it clears up some space. That clears more and more and more. But over here, I need this tag. You need to drill the tabs or the rivets. Once you drill them, you should be able to remove it. And I bought a rivet gun with rivets over there so that we can work on them. All right, that one is getting painted. If I have time, I might actually paint the side skirts as well because they're black. I would like to retain the color black. But for now, let's start working on disassembling as much parts as I can out of it, just so that it gets easier for them or for the next guy. Oh yeah. These are brackets for the bumper and the fender. You can see how this one is mangled and that one basically also the same. I do have good set outside, so there's that. Even the lights, see, missing. destroyed, Bluetooth. I've got all the plugs over there. So see, those little things, they do tend to add up, and having a parts car basically worked in my favor. Once I'm done with it, I can just sell the rest, or at least that's the vision. Anyways, let's start removing things and prep the frame or the radiator support, which is somewhere there. I need to paint it. I bought me a paint, but it's not exact match. It was slightly off. Yeah, slightly off. But for interior, it's not going to be a big problem. I thought like just paint it and get it ready. Because once they install it, painting it from the inside is going to be a bit of a problem. But painting it outside, they can sand the areas that they need to weld, and that makes it easier for them. So that's the vision, at least. Now, once we did remove the fender liners, we still got some plastic pieces here and there that we need to remove them. So hopefully today we'll be able to remove as much as we can. Okay, bear with me. I managed to remove one. So I got a drill bit. And you see the center? Yeah, just put it in the center. That's it, and go easy. You see how I'm doing it? There you go, it's removed. And that basically means my tag is saved. This tag needs to go into our new crash radiator support thingy. So, one down. I'm just gonna see if I can get a blade, a sharp blade, and basically scrape this one out. It's a sticker. I would love to retain it. So we'll see. Anyways, this one, that's a keeper. Oh, by the way, did you guys check this one? 2 Pro. See how tiny this box is? This is so tiny. I love it. Super cheap auto. Never ceases to amaze me. Anyways, let's continue over here. So this is the mix that I got. 91520 from Super Cheap Auto. It's not the same color. This is technically silver. What we're after, grayish. So I think it's just one shade out. This is the rad support. I've just waxed grease, removed any dirt. I ensured that I have both holes for the tag. I only had one, so I drilled the other one. So at least we're good with that. And now we just need to spray it silver, just so that it looks more appealing. So here goes nothing. Again, I know it's not gonna be the same color. I'm not aiming for perfection here. All what I'm aiming is basically make it look OEM. And in doing so, it's gonna make it look like as if this never been replaced. It's always been there. And mind you, dirt, grime, and stuff will make its way. And that, my friends, basically will ensure that we will have a color match. I'm wearing a mask, I'm behind the camera, so I am safe. Ensure that you ventilate and ensure that you wear proper PPE, otherwise you're not gonna have a pleasant day. Let's see. If we had runs, I don't care. If it didn't look perfect match, I also don't care. Why? Again, this will not be visible anyways. You're not gonna be able to see it much. But I would rather have it painted just so that stands out, or just so that it doesn't stand out. I guess that's the right word. Dare I say, we're actually doing a pretty good job. When you look at it, what more could you ask for? Right? Beautiful. Now we definitely need to flip it so that we can paint it from the other side, because that's the whole idea. We needed to ensure that it's properly painted from both sides. That way it becomes easier for us to install it without having to look at black paint coming out of nowhere. I am thrilled and happy with the result. Wait until it dries, flip it, paint it to the other side, and Bob is your uncle, aunt, friend, something. I don't know. You can't assume, right? You can't assume. Anyways, let's wait until it's dry. There you go. Flip to the other side and also painted. Now, whilst the paint is not 100% match, it's match enough. And also because it was bare metal, at least the paint will protect it from rusting. That's why I focused on the corners and where basically the spot welds are, just to ensure that it doesn't rust. And now it looks gorgeous. On the other hand, and this is more for me than it is for you, the air box is removed. The tabs, one over here, one at the bottom, they were broken. So I only removed this one. And over here there's a screw, a Phillips screw like was over here. You just unscrew it, then remove this one. This piece was basically inside that. Anyways, so I removed it, and this is the clip. I managed to retain it, so I'm just gonna keep it here handy. I removed more items. So the, what do you call it, coolant reservoir. This is the bracket. The bracket basically held on like this. So one basically attaches over here and the other over here. Yeah, and once you remove those, you'll be able to remove it. Wiring wise, I unclipped it from here. I'm just going to remove this bolt over here and fish the wiring, and even the horn I'll remove it. That way I can remove basically everything from here to make it easier for us. Upon further investigation, and as we look more, you can clearly see that this is destroyed, and this one is also destroyed. So this is basically engine slash gearbox mount. So this is the upper mount. You can see the rubber is destroyed, and at the bottom it's already basically detached from it. Luckily we have a spare part and it is automatic, so I can easily remove those from that to this, and that should solve our problem, or hopefully. Now, continuing on, I guess I'm just going to remove the horn with the wiring, just to remove it aside. That way it clears up this space, and that opens up this plastic piece. I just need to remove it, which is somewhere here, yeah. And maybe I'll drain the coolant. I'll retain this one, like I'll keep it, but I'll drain this just so that I can remove it and remove the brackets. So I just want to remember 1, 2, 3, and we've got this one, just for the relays, I suppose, that goes into here. So, all right, we're doing some good work. At the bottom also there are some bolts that bolt into the frame or into the radiator support. Those bolts, I do believe they hold the bumper from at the bottom. So I'm just going to remove them and, oops, sorry. And they go here in those holes at the bottom. So I'm just going to wait until this one dries completely. Then after that, I'll be able to attach some items on it, mainly the tag, of course. And yeah, speaking of which, I managed to remove this one. So I started with the sharp blade. I just got it in and slowly peeled it. Now granted, it doesn't have the same sticky residue to it, but with a glue I can put it back in. So we're getting somewhere. That area is getting more emptier. I definitely need to drain the coolant so that I can remove the radiator out. And hopefully I'll be able to remove the condenser, or at least work around it. I don't know, somewhere, because this area is still congested. It still has a lot of things that I need to remove. And because it's too twisted, it's kind of a little bit difficult for me to remove. On a separate hand, the cowl is completely painted and now it's drying. What I'm thinking, I bought, by the way, hinges, hood hinges. They're not OEM, but they're good enough. But then again, since I already bought the part car, I was thinking to remove the hinges from that and replace them. Because this one is bent, this one I don't trust it much. It might be bent, it might not. So I figured might as well just replace it. That way, at least when I put the hood back, I definitely need to put it, just so that our frame guys can line it up correctly. At least they'll have it installed. So I'm not painting it just yet, but I'll definitely put it temporarily for them to mount it. Once the car is done repair and back to my garage, then at that point I'll be able to remove the hood again and properly paint it from the inside, and that basically means we're ready or one step closer. So again, the damage, it's not as bad. Those mounts, I can definitely replace them. This one you can clearly see that this is the bolt. You just need to remove that and those nuts, and that basically grants you access to remove this one and replace it. But to do that, you kind of need to jack the transmission just to be safe, because otherwise it's going to start falling. Keep in mind, because we've already got this one destroyed. Do I replace him now? Probably not, because for me to replace it, this one needs to be back into its right place, which is not. It's bent, so it definitely needs to get back into its place. Funny, like when you look at it, you can't actually tell where the bend actually happens, but I can see the kinks. So I can see it's bent, so probably from this. So what is this? Commercial. Yeah, so this is earth for the gear. Yeah, we're learning as we go. We're learning as we go. Anyways, let me clear up just a bit more and we'll take it from there. Coolant officially out. Upper hose that connects from this side to this side. There it is, in perfect condition. So I just removed it. This is for the lower radiator hose, connects all the way to the bottom and connects over here. So I just disconnected it from the bottom and just left it to the side, and now it's draining. Now, if you look at the bottom, it's kind of hard to see, but there is two lines that are basically transmission related. So the in and out, I'm assuming that they also go to the radiator. This is how you cool your transmission oil in a way. I managed to move one out of the actual bolt that comes with it, or the bun, or whatever you call it. The other one is still not, and I let it drain. That's why you can see a mix, green and black. The black, or basically the pink, that's the transmission oil. And now it's basically one step closer to actually remove the radiator. So technically speaking, all what I need to do to remove the radiator is the last remaining hose. I just need to basically remove it, and that way I can get this one all the way out, and that clears up more space for us. So we are trending in the right direction. What else? Oh yeah, this is a handy tip for you. Attach things the way you got them, and the screws or the bolts that you have, just with a tape, just tape them. That way you don't lose them. At least you know where they belong. This one is almost dry. I mean, it is definitely dry to touch, but now I'm just waiting for it to completely dry. That way I can just install the tag and the sticker and start removing some of the brackets over there and install them over here. That saves me some time, and plus I don't need to remember where they were. It's just they're here. At least that's the idea. Again, we're still working on this side, not this side. This side is a bit more complicated because it's more compressed, but I was thinking if I can clear a bit more space in here, I can move my way that way and start clearing other things. Sounds okay? Oh yeah, by the way, the lower transmission bracket, or this one, technically because it was ripped from its place, there is a nut over here. So if you loosen that nut, then technically speaking, this one should be out if you remove the other two bolts. So you've got two bolts here and one here. That's at least the idea. If you remove them, then you'll be able to remove the whole thing. So I'm thinking to remove this one. That way I can get the one from the donor car and attach it, which makes it easier for the guys when they install the frame and everything to line things up. At least they've got a mount that is working. They can just simply mount it back and good to go. Not bad. I would say we're doing pretty good. I haven't started with the hinges just yet. I figured let me just clear this one out first. Surprisingly, the radiator did hold water, so it wasn't broken, it wasn't anything. The fan, I don't know if you can see all the way, tip of my finger. It's broken from there. So this is the bracket. It's broken. Luckily, I do have another fan in the car. Now, I don't know about the condition of that fan, but push come to shove, I can replace the bracket, I guess, not the fan. That way, at least I've got a good working order compilation of something. Anywho's, we're doing good. This one, I don't think I'll need to remove it. Well, my plan is just to remove all the clutter out of the front and just tape it, zip tie it or something aside. That way, at least it's not in their way. And for me, I don't need to remove that part if I don't have to, basically. This is where I attached to the radiator, the other one attached to the thermostat, I'm assuming. I don't need to remove it, so let's just keep it. I don't think that's the thermostat. I think the thermostat is somewhere here, it's supposed to be. I don't know. This one is too small for a thermostat, honestly. Yeah, I think it's there, most likely. But so far, it's looking good. The damage is better than I expected. Like a bracket here, a bracket there. So once the frame is basically back into place, I think we are trending in the right direction. Not bad. Boy, did we do some good. There you go, the tag. Properly done. That Revit gun from Super Cheap Auto was actually pretty good. You see, ta-da! I'll put it there. And now it's painted and it looks gorgeous. Yes, that's the horn. I'm planning to install it back again. These are the brackets. I'm painting them because I figured, man, as well, if I'm gonna put them over there, I'd rather them having them nice. And yes, we removed the radiator. Not bad. Now, first things first, let me just walk you through exactly what I've done. Every hose that is open, I managed to tape it. That way, nothing gets in. And even the throttle body, there you go, it's properly closed. Condenser, I managed to remove this one, and because it's damaged, so there was no Freon whatsoever, so it was good. And basically, it's attached and the bolt is already inside, so I don't need to worry about that. This is the bracket for the throttle cable. It's attached over here, and you can see it's taped because the screw that goes with it over there. So far, this is what we've done. Now, over here, luckily, you know how it was dripping? I thought at one point I had a leak or one of the hoses are damaged. Well, I'm happy to report both hoses are in perfect shape. But this is the radiator, just so that you can understand. These are the attachments for the transmission oil, return and feed, basically. They were loose. So the nut was actually loose, and that's why it was dripping. So the dripping was from those two places. Now I got them, and you can clearly see both of them are basically sealed so that nothing gets in. Now, why am I doing this? I don't want any dirt to get into it. Now, granted, we're gonna have to flush the oil and actually change it. But until that happens, the car is gonna go to the repair and come back. During that time, this will be exposed. Havana! She always likes to inspect. So, we've done pretty much really good. And this one, the only concern is it's too close to the exhaust manifold shield, and that's gonna be a bit problematic for me to remove. I don't know, I'm gonna need to wiggle it. I might be able to wiggle it and just move it to the side or something like that. I don't know, but I'm really happy with what I've done. I'm waiting for the brackets to dry, then I'll install them, and this one is one step closer. Now, lastly, the transmission mount. I managed to remove it. Like I said, 2 bolts. These are size 12 and 1 nut, which is size 19, I think. 14. No, 14 for those. Yes. 19 for this. Yes. And see how it is? This is supposed to be one piece. And if you look over here, now you can see that this thingy, you got it? And the bolt over here. So if we can go to the pot car and grab this piece, and install it over here. We're not going to use the nut basically, simply because it's out of alignment, let's just say. But the idea is they will have the bracket for them to bolt it once they fix the frame, or at least that's my aim. And if I'm lucky enough, and if I've got enough time, I might actually remove this one as well from the parts car. That way when they adjust the frame correctly, they already have it there. Either they replace it or I replace it. I don't know. But I don't think they need to worry about it much, simply because once they adjust the frame, it's going to take back its shape-ish. Granted, I already know it's damaged. See, it's already ripped. I already know that, which is fun, because I'm going to replace it anyways. But the one at the bottom, they might need it a bit more, simply because it helps them with the alignment, I guess. Now, I need to clean up. I need to remove some of the clutter, organize my garage, and put the brackets back again into this one. I guess that's the action plan. I don't want to work on this one just yet. Maybe it's a story for another day. But for now, I'm really happy with the progress that we've done. And so far, so good. Let's carry on, and if there's any update, I'll let you know. You be the judge. There you go. Painted. We installed the horn back again. The brackets, after we painted them black, the sticker and the tag, all good. So see, we fished whatever we needed out of this one and put it over here. The latch, the hood latch, it's damaged, but it should sit right over here. So this is gonna be us removing the latch from the other car and put it over here. But so far, we're doing good. Heck, even the bolts at the bottom, the one that I told you about holds the bumper, removed them from that and put them over here. So this one practically is ready to go. And we're still struggling with this one, but that's a story for another day. But all in all, really, really gorgeous. That's a quick video for you guys. If you like what you see, stick around until next episode. Until then, you take care of yourself.